everybody. Well, today was an eventful day, wasn't it? So we have our Prime Minister out in China with our Premier, Mr. Scott Moe, and I'm gonna play a video for everybody to watch, just in case you haven't seen it. I'm sure all of Saskatchewan has by now, and then I will share my thoughts
Thank you very
on
much.
it. So.
As you mentioned, mine is the first visit of a Canadian Prime Minister to China in nearly a decade. The world has changed much since that last visit, and I believe the progress that we have made in the partnership sets us up well for the new world order. It's a partnership with new focus.
So Scott, by the look on your face, it looks like you're either shocked that he actually said it out loud, is scenario one, and you probably feel he shouldn't have, or, you know, you weren't expecting it to be announced this quickly or this soon, or in the matter that he did, or in the country that he did, or whatever the case may be. I kind of have no doubt that you knew about it, and that you have known about it, and that you just don't speak about it, you know, the New World Order that we do not speak of kind of thing in your group out loud, even though the people all know what's going on. So we have all been called conspiracy theorists. We've been wrong. You know, these things aren't actually in the works. All of you with the big old paychecks and company credit card to Canada aren't actually talking about this kind of future for us, the people. And the other scenario is that you didn't know about it and that you are not in agreement with this, which I am certainly hoping is the case. However, I don't know. So what I at least would like to see from you, and I'm sure probably all of your people in Saskatchewan would like to see and hear from you, is an absolute explanation on the look on your face, first of all, and what your thoughts are, because that's a pretty heavy thing moving forward to be a part of or to not be a part of. It's a whole different path in our future as a country and as your people in this province moving forward for us as your people. So I really think what would be best for you is to go and explain to the people of Saskatchewan exactly what your thoughts are, and not in your politician voice. And you got to be straight with us all, because that was serious. That was a huge announcement. And all of us are sitting in the background here now wondering what you're thinking and what you want in that whole scenario, or what you do not want in that entire scenario. So I definitely think that you need to clear that up for all of us, because the look on your face was the look of all our faces when we all heard that together as well. So please explain. Mark Carney agreeing and signing us into that kind of political future for our country gives us absolutely no other choice, in my view, other than to just separate and just be us out here and to have our own say, because I will not sit here and think that being a part of the New World Order is going to be any kind of prosperous future for us, or to have our best interests at heart. And the other thing with the meetings is the fact that you are out there making sure that the agreements and the trade deals and whatnot for our crops and our future for Saskatchewan people actually got done. Did that get done? Scott, what were you doing out there? Because I see that you've put up a Facebook post, which I'll put up as well, and the people can read what you had to say, or the lack thereof. And that is what my point is to make tonight, is that not only have you not responded to the look of astonishment after he said that, but also to what you actually went out there to do. And where Saskatchewan has been waiting for so very long for an answer to the tariffs from China on our crops and our everything from out here that we're having an issue with, it needed to be announced a lot more clear. Because it, like, you can see the Facebook post, everybody and Scott, like, it's vague. There's no actual information here of what you spent our money out there with him doing in China. And so we deserve two explanations. One for the New World Order comment, and the second for what you were doing with your time and with our lives and our future out there in China with those people. Okay? So that's what I would like to hear from you. And I will bite my tongue until the point comes where you have either not responded here very shortly to your people, or once you have responded to your people. And I know, or at least I know what you want us to know moving forward, and then I'll have an actual say on that. But as we sit right here, I can't possibly think that you're innocent until proven guilty anymore. And I really am definitely going to be pushing with the people for independence, for separation, because we cannot move forward in a new world order. We can't. It's not a possibility. It's not something that Canada wants at all. I mean, if they do, there's a very small group that might actually want that, because the rest of us don't. And the rest of us have known about it for a long time and have been trying to speak to the other people about it and get them on board with not being a part of that whole mess. And that's all it is. It's a scary, controlling enslavement of our people in this country. And Saskatchewan, you guys, we can't do that. We have a choice not to, and our time is right now to get out of that. And he literally announced it to you on the news that that is their plan. Like, world announcement of Canada is no longer Canada. We are no longer not owned by someone. I mean, we've been owned, but not like that. You know, your future is done, Canada. It's been sealed. You've been signed off and sold. And I, as a Saskatchewan citizen, I can't be a part of that, and I won't. And I will officially be making sure that I do everything in my power from here on out to not be a part of that and not allow my children to be a part of that. There's just not a chance. So, with my ranting, a lot of people have maybe forgotten about this video.
It's my great pleasure to introduce my husband, the Prime Minister who will make Canada strong and Canada poor.
But I have not. She literally says out loud, screams it when he won the election, that he will make Canada strong and Canada poor. Poor. And then he announces that we are now a part of and signed onto the New World Order. So, we saw it coming then. The rest of you, if you haven't been keeping up, are seeing it right now. And I want to assure you that it is real, and it's been real, and it has been the plan right from way back when Trudeau was a part of the, like when he was our Prime Minister, and he actually stood up in front of everybody and said that he admired China and the way that they treated their people and the control that he had over the people, and he admired the communism of that country and all of the other things that they did, like the surveillance and the digitality and making sure that people were absolutely obedient to the government out there. And like, we're not like that. We are not like that. Again, we are the Wild West out here. And I very much am proud of that. I'm 100% proud of it. And I will not belong to anyone. Ever. I won't do it. I won't do it now, I wouldn't do it then, and I certainly won't have my children or myself do it in the future. So you need to wake up if you're not, because he announced it. Clear. New World Order. In Crayola. so all of you could understand exactly the words that came out of his mouth. Hear him. He said it. Take it seriously because he is. And I assure you, it doesn't bode well for a free, prosperous future for the people of Canada. We're done. We're finished. That's it. He announced the end of our country. So, as Saskatchewan people, you definitely need to stand up. And Scott, Mr. Scott Moe, message from your people. 2 choices. Them or us. Announce it. Because it's us to us. Every single time. Every single time. Whether you're there or not. It is us before you and before that. I assure you of it. So in saying that as well, I just want to make sure that everybody also has, the announcement that I need to put in as well for another event. So I had posted the video of the events and we actually added another one in. So that one will be in Stennin on February 22nd at 1 p.m. at the Stennin Hall at 209 Main Street. And I cannot stress to everybody enough that every single one of these events, especially after what happened today, I do genuinely have the concern that all of you need to show up and be concerned as well. All of you. There isn't a whole lot of people in this province. So it is going to take every single one of us to make sure that we separate and that we are independent and free and that we have a say over our own lives and we're not being told who we can talk to, when we can talk to them, how we're going to drive, what we're going to drive, what we're going to eat. You guys like crickets? Because I don't, and that's what Trudeau wanted. If you think that Mark Carney and Trudeau ain't still talking, you are absolutely wrong. 100% wrong. They're still hanging out and spending our money and having suppers on the weekends in a yacht somewhere. Like, guaranteed, no doubt. And for all the other people at that table, and there's a lot of them that you recognize on that video, they're all in it. They've all been in it. They're going to continue to be in it. They've all been brainwashed or paid off or whatever the case may be. They all have that mindset. And the only way that we can make sure that we don't end up like that and end up enslaved by our government is we do not bow to them. We are us. We are a proud and hardworking people. We love beyond borders. We care about everybody who comes in and out of here. We always have treated people fairly. We take care of everybody in our entire country off the sweat of the back of us. And that is what they announced. Our premier sat right there. And whether he gave a look or not, like a deer in the headlights, I assure you that he knew to some degree that it was coming. And whether he can stop it or not is an entirely different story. And whether he was shocked or not was an entirely different story. But he does have a choice that he can make for us, for the people that he swore to protect and to put first in this country is the people of his province. And I seriously need him to consider doing that because it's not going to be a good future for him either. We have a choice as well. We can vote him out. We can make sure that he's not leading this country in any manner by the people of Saskatchewan. He doesn't need to be a part of it then, And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean at all. And I don't want to, I don't want to be angry with Scott Moe. There are things about Scott Moe that I absolutely like. But there are things right now that I do feel that the people of Saskatchewan deserve an explanation for immediately. Immediately. So, again, Scott, you have a choice. Them or us. And you need to make it clear. And you need to make it fast. Because your people aren't going to sit around very long wondering. They're just going to make up their own minds and they're going to push forward. And we've already been pushing forward. And it's just a matter of are you coming with us or not. Which side of history are you going to be on, bud? Because I ain't going to be on that side. And I certainly hope that you don't choose to be on that side as well. Because that's for real the wrong side of history right now. And it forever will be. Nothing good's going to come out of that. And I certainly hope by the look on your face that you know that too. and that you stand in front of your people like you said that you would, and you put us first, and you make sure that we're safe at the end of all of this, at the end of whatever New World Order plan that Mark Carney has and the government has, that we, your people, are not a part of that. We don't want it, Scott. We're not going to stand for it. We won't take it. We won't accept that for our people in this province. I know I won't. I don't obviously speak for everybody at all, and that's okay. I'm speaking for me and for my children and my family and for the people who think the same way that I do. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not outlandish. I'm not a rebel. I'm not any of these things. I'm just a person who lives here, who loves her province, loves her kids, loves her family, loves her neighbors, loves the people she works with, hangs out with, my friends, everybody. These are my people. This is my province. This is where I grew up. This is my home. Canada's always been my home as well, but Saskatchewan, I will always be a Saskatchewanian first. Always. And I will always put us first. And that's all I want from him. I don't want him to be out in China, not negotiating proper deals for us, for his people, that we've already had so many issues. And we need things to be sorted out. To see that today, and for him to not stand up immediately and say something, or to even give any signal to his people right at that very moment that he's not okay with that. Yeah, there was the shock, but there was no, I'm not okay with that look. There wasn't. It was an oblivious or, whoa, did you really just say that out loud look? Like, a lot of people say that, hey, Correina, you shouldn't have said that. And I'm like, well, you were thinking it, I just said it. That kind of look? Yeah, no. Explain. And I'm so proud of our team, of every single person, of all our volunteers, of all of our board members, of every single community that has come out and hosted a meeting and spread the word, and every single just average person that's not even with the SPP that has hit share on a video or a share on my videos just to get the event dates out and so on and so forth, right? I'm so proud and I'm so thankful. And I think from going from the day one that we started at just a short few months ago, that we have come leaps and bounds in that time. So if anybody is seeing things like that or hearing things like that, I do want you to know that there are a few of us that are working really, really hard behind the scenes because we're busy and we're trying to get the word out and make sure that this province is safe in the future that we are trying so hard to secure. And where there are not very many of us right now actually being able to be out there and spread the word, that is where my videos have been trying to get people to jump on board and get involved and be a part of it. The faster that we get volunteers and people who are willing to put up town halls and advertise and jump on the media team, or do the TikTok videos or take over the social media, because I'm not a camera person for them, that'd be great. There's lots of things that can be done. There's tons of people that would be more than welcoming to teach you the ropes and to get you going and get your own town meetings going and to bring you onto the team in whatever form that you think you have a talent or a skill in. We can use it. And again, I say there's not very many people in Saskatchewan in total. So to make the pots and pans sound really loud when the time comes, we need our collective voice of Saskatchewan. We need it. We need everyone saying the same thing at the same time to make that noise count. You want your vote to matter? Let's go. You want your legislation to count and to stick and to make a difference and to keep us free and safe and prosperous and all those things? Jump on board. Come with us. We're asking. We've been asking. And we need it. We need the support, and we need all of you to care enough to actually, pick up a pen and paper or go for a drive to a different town and explain it to the people in that town what we're doing. And I sound a little bit stressed out probably, but I just heard the Prime Minister today announce that we have been signed off to the New World Order while my Premier sat beside him. And I have an issue with that. And until he's proven innocent, he's unfortunately guilty in my books. So I certainly hope that everybody saw that, and that everybody has, you know, somewhat of the same opinion that I do, and that we can all come together and make sure that at the end of the day, we are not a part of that. We're not. I don't want to be. So, thanks for watching my rant. Stay safe, everybody, and please find yourself the closest meeting and come to it. Or, like I've said a few times now, contact the SPP in any way that you can. And the website will be up in the next week or so. I would say just keep watching for it. We are trying so hard to get that up. It's so much work. It's a lot of work, and we're trying. Thank you, everybody. Please like and subscribe.